If you want to lower your blood sugar levels without additional medications or dietary changes, then this video is for you. Here, you're going to learn how to do strength training properly to reverse type 2 diabetes with no other changes, no other exercises, medications, or supplements. Before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I'm the author of the Amazon best-selling book called Type 2 Diabetes Reversal Secrets. As well, I run an online personal training company called Fitness Solutions Plus that helps type 2 diabetics reverse their diabetes. So let's jump in. The first question we need to answer is, can strength training reverse type 2 diabetes? Can it lower blood sugar in type 2 diabetics? And the answer is an absolute yes. There's been a lot of research done that looks at how do the different elements of strength training, the exercises, the sets, the repetitions, the weights, the effort, the frequency, how do those all play into lowering diabetes? And it's very, very promising. Using the right combination of exercises and the other variables, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, you can actually lower your A1C by as much as 1.1 or 1.2% in a matter of about 3 months. So very, very promising. Now, if you're wondering how does strength training work to lower diabetes? Well, there are two mechanisms. Mechanism number one is called glucose disposal. That is, the fuel source for working muscles is glucose. So when muscles are working, glucose goes out of the blood and inside the muscles without the help of insulin. That's pretty cool. The second mechanism by which strength training can lower your blood sugar levels is something called glycogen storage. Glycogen is the plural word for glucose. So many glucose molecules are called glycogen. And so you can store about 90 grams of glucose or glycogen inside your liver, but you can store as much as 350 grams of glucose inside your muscles. However, if your muscles atrophy from years of not using them and not strength training, etc., you can't store 350 grams, you can store less. By building muscle, you're able to store more sugar in the muscles, which takes them out of the blood. So these are the two mechanisms by which strength training can help you lower your blood sugar levels and keep them there even without long-term strength training, even without frequent strength training. So that's pretty cool. The next question you must be wondering is, so it works, but which exercises should I do? You want to be doing full body workouts. So here are some examples of exercises you should be doing, some of which have also been recorded on my channel, so check those out as well. One exercise is called deadlifts. Deadlifts work the muscles of the glutes, that's your butt muscles, the hamstrings, the back of your thighs, and the lower back muscles. Another great exercise is called lat pull-downs. Lat pull-downs work the muscles of the biceps as well as the side of the back. Yet another good exercise is the opposite of that, which is an overhead press. Overhead presses work the muscles of the shoulder and the triceps. Another great exercise is the squats. Squats work the quadriceps, the muscles in the front of your thighs, the hamstrings, the back of the thighs, and the glutes, your butt muscles. Another great exercise or category of exercises is seated rows or horizontal pulls. Those work the muscles of the upper forearm and between the shoulder blades, which is very good for posture. Another category of exercises is a horizontal push, like push-ups. Now, if you can't do push-ups, you can do push-ups against the wall, you can do it against your kitchen counter, kitchen table, etc. The lower you go, the harder it gets. And that works the muscles of the chest, the front of the shoulder, and the back of the arm. And the final category of exercises that you should probably do is something for the calves, like calf raises. So if you want to use exercise, strength training specifically, to lower your blood sugar levels, you should be doing full body workouts as opposed to body part splits. Now, the real devil is in the details. You know the exercises, but how do you do them? What's the frequency? How many sets? How many repetitions? How much effort, etc.? So let's cover those elements. When it comes to exercise prescription, we want to know 4 specific parameters. It's what's called the FIT principle, F-I-T-T, frequency, intensity, time, and type. Well, the type is obvious, that's strength training, that's what this whole video is about. The frequency, how many days per week do you need to exercise, not to improve your strength, but to control your blood sugar levels. And so research shows that when people exercise with strength training 2 days per week or less, they only lower their A1C by about 0.4%. Not very impressive. However, when people exercise, do strength training specifically 3 times per week or more, then their A1C is lowered by 1% or more, a lot more significant. So for frequency, 3 days per week is the minimum. What about the number of sets? How many sets per exercise should you be doing? Again, there's research done on this, and when people do 2 sets or less, their A1C drops only by about 0.3%. Nothing terribly impressive. But when people do 3 sets or more per body part per workout, then their A1C drops by, again, over 1%. So now you're starting to understand the prescription of exercise for type 2 diabetes. Lastly is the effort. How much effort do you want to put in? The effort should be close to muscular failure. In other words, if you're doing 10 repetitions, your last one should be extremely difficult. When you're wondering, how many more could I have done? The answer should be, I could probably only maybe done 1 or 2 more. You shouldn't think to yourself, I could have probably done 3 more. And you want to be doing between 10 and 15 repetitions for each of these exercises. So again, let's review our exercise prescription for strength training to reverse type 2 diabetes. The frequency is 3 days per week. The number of sets is 3 sets per exercise. The number of repetitions is 10 to 15 reps per set, and the proximity to muscular failure is very close to muscular failure. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. It will help you learn when I publish more videos about reversing type 2 diabetes with exercise, nutrition, and supplements, and it will help other type 2 diabetics learn the proper information about diabetes. Thank you, and goodbye.